Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be announcing my upcoming Whatnot auctions. There's going to be 3 of them across the next 10 or so days. I'm really excited. It's going to be Tuesday the 21st at 7 p.m. Then we're going to have a blowout auction on Saturday at 1 p.m. the 25th. And then on the 29th, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., we're going to do another larger coin auction. And all of those times are Eastern time. You can get $15 when you sign up in the link below on your first purchase. But I think that we should just sort of get into some of the coins that we're going to be auctioning, and I'm going to split it up with some timestamps so that you can navigate or jump to whichever auction you would like. But this first group is going to all be being auctioned this coming Tuesday. So all of the, unlike most times, all of these items have already been uploaded to Whatnot for the first 2 sales, so you can go over there and check things out. But we've got a nice mix of graded items. Here's a Mint State 62 1889 Morgan silver dollar. Pretty nice. We've also got a silver dollar of 40%, Eisenhower Proof 69 Deep Cameo. We've got this silver medal from Belgium. AU details cleaned, but it talks about the bravery of some of the Belgians in World War I. We've got a French jeton right here, 1625 from King Henry IV. We've got a reverse proof penny. We've got more jetons here. This one's a Nuremberg. You can very clearly see the Imperial, or what's it? Not the Imperial Orb. The Line of St. Mark on that side, and probably Imperial Orb, yep, on the back right there. We've got a mixed group of low-end bronze Islamic coins, and then we've got this 1560 jeton that has a really interesting design. So be some older stuff there, but some quality items. Doubled edge lettering John Adams coin, a Swedish. This actually could be a little bit better. 1914 Swedish 10 ohm Mint State 64 by NGC. And so that is that. And then we've got some graded ancient coins, Diocletian and Aurelianus, and then a Probus in Choice VF. We've got a Phantom from India, AU58, the Kantharava type, and then a Proof 67 Franklin half dollar. So that's going to start things off for the graded coins in Tuesday's auction, and I'm going to move these aside, flip this around, and I'm going to try to go pretty quick just because it will be a long video, and I want to show all of you guys the coins, but I also want to allow you to not waste too much time. I may have gotten a little bit more than I could handle there, but here we have a good luck token. We've got some error coins. We've got a broad-struck dime. We've got a 10 francs from France. This one's a really nice, you can see the letter from the reverse, Die Clash 1917 S, Standing Liberty Quarter. That one's going to be a little bit of a pricier item. 1906 Barber half dollar, Barber quarter, another Barber quarter, and this one's a really interesting dry goods, oil, clothes, carpets. It's something like a Trenton Civil War store card. I thought that was kind of cool. E.W. Titus, East State Street, Trenton, New Jersey. So that could be a little bit of a higher premium item, possibly. But because of the way I picked up the coins, it's been a little bit slower going. But we can pick up the pace here. 1878 Morgan dollar, 1884 Morgan, 1883 V nickel, 1867 Shield nickel, and then a mixed group of Morgans. Those 2 are going to be giveaways. We've got in 1934 Walking Liberty half dollar, Colombian commemorative, Canadian silver dollar, 1857 Flying Eagle penny, 45 braided hair, and a 17 cornet head large cent. Clean 1921 D Morgan silver dollar, 1899 2-cent piece, 3-cent piece, 1935 S, I think, and then a nice pretty toned 1889 Morgan silver dollar. So that's going to round out the U.S. outside of. We've got some silver here. So this is like $7.70 in face value of U.S. coins. Some decent items in there. just got a little bit of a silver deal in, so I'm going to be blowing it out there. This is like a bunch of Buffalo nickels and V nickels and Indian head cents and some other mixed coins. So we'll have a few different group lots, and then right here, which is sort of an eclectic mix of a 40% silver half dollar Marshall Islands proof. I thought people would find it interesting. So anyways, on to some of the world material. And we've got a mix of Ottoman silver coins from the 13 and 1400s. Rasalid, these are some 1300s coins right here, 1200s, Moroccan 1800. There's a 698 to 750 Umayyad dirham. Khusro silver dram from the Sassanids in the turn of the 500s into the 600s. Some Swedish 50 ore, a nice condition British 3 pence from 1874, slightly earlier date. Crusader States Denaro from Lucca. There's a feudal French denier from the bishoprics of Die and Valence. Some Crusader States items, and then a 1365 to 73 Cilician Armenia Takvorin. So we're seeing a good bit of Islamic coins here in the front, but there's also going to be a wider mix beyond that, as you'll see in just a moment. We've got a Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth 1620s or 1620 3 polker, Portuguese 1955 silver coin 1944, Philippines 50 centavos, and an earlier Dutch coin, Panamanian 10 centésimos. There's some Russian, that's Ivan and Peter wires. We've got a early 20 kreuzer from Austria, mix of Mexican silver coins, some 3 marks from Imperial Germany, Tabaristan, half dirham, and then we've got Mughal Empire, Ghaznavid, Golden Horde, Ilkhan, Samanid, Ayyubid, Ottoman. Wide range of coins right there, but the goal is, even if some of the stuff goes cheap, especially the Islamic often goes a little bit cheap, we're getting lots of history in people's pockets, and that's not a bad outcome in my book. We've got a 1402 to 1411 Papal States item, and then here a Kingdom of Two Sicilies, 1857, 120 grano. There we've got an early Iranian Nader Afshar, I think, from 1738. There's a Khwarezmian dynasty, Almohad. That one is a Celtic from about 75 BC unit. We've got some pretty, there's Cuban and Canadian items, early Iran, gorgeous German Empire, and a little bit more circulated, 1754 Netherlands East Indies. There's an early Great Britain, Portuguese India, I believe, pretty from Italy, Greek silver, possibly Russian partition of Poland, early bank token. Let's see what else. Larger, later Ottoman from like 1788, and then a Papal States coin, Papal States silver, another Polish-Lithuanian 3 polker. And I'll do quickly here the consignments. Maybe this was a separator. It's like 275, I think, of silver. And these are just like a wide mix of coins. Greek Huron Litra, 1808, 20 cash. We've got a Mexican, few pesos. This one is a Justinian Fallas, I believe. Peruvian. Here's a nice seated Liberty $50, 1877. 1863 Indian head cent. Byzantine, nice German 2 mark. We've got a Judean Pruda right there. Another Cuban. It's actually a fair amount of Cuban. And then we've got an early 1660s Polish coin, big Dutch silver. We've got an Austrian 50 shilling proof. We've got Bermuda crown and a Mexican Olympics commemorative. And then, let's see. All of this is like coins that fall under the category of ancient coins. So, again, I'll do my best to not take too much time. But it's also, this way you can look through what I have on Whatnot and then see and sort of backfill and see where it's at and see what you think of the coins. But we've got some 3rd century Antoniani here to start things out. We've got a Roman provincial Syrian tetradrachm with actually a very nice reverse from Antioch, Syria today, Syrophoenician. We've got some Greek items from BC. We've got also fully identified Sasanian drams of different types. That one's a Rhodes hemidram, I believe. Here's a 1619 Hungarian, and that one's 1300s Hungarian dinar. Moesia unit from 400 BC, 175 BC. Tetrabol right there. We've got a one Kreuzer. We've got posthumous Gallic Empire breakaway 260s Antoniani. We've got a half shilling. We've got an Indo-Scythian Azes tetradrachm. It's technically silver, but low percentage. This one's Indo-Scythian just unit. We've got another Litra. We've got Judean Roman procurators. That one's, I believe this one's Herod Agrippa from 37 to 44. This one's 59 to 62 Porcius Festus under Nero. We've got a silver jeton with some toning on it. Maximian AE1, so larger bronze coin, and then another Pruta. That one, I believe, is going to be from the Hasmonean dynasty, which came before the Herodian dynasty in ancient Israel. We've got a Judean War Pruta, really nice item. We've got this pretty looking toned Antonianus. That one's a Licinius Phallus, I believe, and maybe a Constantine the Great. Constantine kills Licinius to reunite the Roman Empire completely. Antonianus, we've got Pontus Amisos, two different types of sort of 1st century BC Greek coins from modern day Upper Turkey, maybe a Jovian. We've got silver denarii, a Rhodes denarii, or Rhodes dram, really nice, in good shape Antonianus there. Diva Faustina denarius, a Sardis, Lydian Sardis coin, two of them looks like, and a Philip the second, 359 to 336 BC bronze unit. He was the father of Alexander the Great. Mix of Byzantine items, Scythian Olbian dolphin, another nice Byzantine item, and some smaller smaller Roman coins. And that's sort of just getting started. Tons of quality across the board on this auction, and that's something that I'm very pleased about. So I may release this even tomorrow just so people have a lot of time to look and prepare. Lots of Antoniani though. Quality Roman provincial. There's a Greek Cappadocian dram. That one looks like it's going to be Persis, Kings of Persis, sort of autonomous region, maybe a Himyar coin. 1660s Strasbourg dinar from the late 12th century. Byzantine, some really nice Byzantine items. There's a Roman provincial tetradrachm, Julian the Apostate. Another Roman provincial tetradrachm, both minted in Alexandria, Egypt. More denarii, so lots of different rulers there. Another two Sasanian of different emperors. That's the thing. There's a ton of different. Sasanians are like from 224 to call it 630 or something like that, after they take over from the Parthians. So there's a ton of different rulers, and so I'm trying to offer like lots of different rulers every night so that people can slowly build their sets of coins. But we've got another Phallus, lots of, these are like high quality, good eye appeal Roman 3rd and 4th century. You've got an Austrian and two German, West German coins thrown in there for good measure. We've got two more Celtic units, a imitation denarius, a very nice larger Phallus, three of them. Wow. The Phallus may go cheap because sometimes if I sell too many of them, there's like, the bidding interest goes down slightly, and people get some pretty awesome deals, I would say. So I may have put a few too many coins in this auction, but the nice thing is you can sort of request, and I'll run stuff. So here we've got a 1811 halfpenny, 1794 Lancaster Condor token as well. We've got an Irish for St. Patrick's Day, 2 shilling, 6 pence, half crown, medieval India, Parthian dram from a long time ago. That one will have a higher starting bid as well. We've got a Phoenician Eridos stater and an Indo-Scythian silver dram. And then we've got a wide mix, again, of just different Roman provincial and Roman imperial phallus coins. So that's what we've got right there. Nice mix in that first auction. And I'm going to try to speed through, probably to not much avail, because I seem to want to get a comment in on everything, but the next two auctions. So this one is more of what I term a blowout auction, so it'll just be like a fun test. I think we'll be joined by a guest, Spencer Miller, who you've probably heard from on this show before, but this will contain all different types of items, some high value, some mid value, some low value. So, keep an eye out for it. I think it'll be very fun. You've got some of the fan favorites, but also some, items, whether it's a date or an emperor that hasn't been seen much before, or some other types of unique coins like this Philippi Macedon unit. It'll be, I've never sold that coin before, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. There's a nice Jesus Christ phallus, wide mix of stuff. Here's a really nice Roman-looking Roman provincial. It's not really, really nice, but it's a very solid, Roman tetradram. Sasanian drams. We've got lots and lots of different interesting coins. So that's one group. I think I showed you the other group. Perfect. There's also a good amount of group lots here. So we've got some silver on this side. We've got more silver, 27 dimes, including, it looks like barbers, but it looks like there's also a seeded dime in there. So that should be interesting. And then we've got some mixed ancient lots that can be ID'd, but just I didn't have time to do them. That's the interesting thing. There's like more coins flowing through the operation, and I just can't make every last dollar on all of them, so I passed that along a bunch. Here's 13 different commemorative half dollars, United States modern commemoratives. We've got in the world section, it's just sort of a quick mix, but lots of silver coins from Mexico, Polish Lithuania, some British items. That one I couldn't tell if it's fake and if the ID's right, so I'm probably gonna just sell it for $1 and we'll see if somebody takes it. And a few more British 50%. In terms of the graded, we've got this Phantom and then an Aurelianus from Tripolis. And then there's also going to be, by the way, this bag of stuff, which includes a 1886 PCGS Mint, say $63, and then a bunch of different lots of like ancient coins. Here's some 40% silver, different mixes of like, okay, we're gonna sell 5 ancient coins. Maybe they sell for $4 to $6 a piece, something like that, because you can identify a fair amount of them actually. They're just like not in super pretty condition. And then we got a lot of US mini lots. So again, this one will be a little more scaled down. It'll be a Saturday afternoon, like midday auction, which I've never tried before. And so I don't know, I think it'll be like a nice experiment, and gonna just do a good old-fashioned blowout of coins. And let me show you some of the US, because it's going to be much more US heavy than most of mine. So you've got peace dollars, lots of Morgan dollars, it's more peace dollars, some interesting toned items, but yeah, wide mix, and will be cool to just see how things go. It's sort of an experiment, and sometimes there's a hold halftime right there. It's not all of my experiments work out particularly well from a profiting standpoint, but the way I see it is that if I don't profit on an auction, it means that a lot of people have gotten good stuff for their collections and probably gotten it pretty cheap. So then they're excited about what they've picked up, and that's a overall good result. Even if it doesn't feel the best in the short term, there's plenty of auctions where I've bought right or that sort of thing. And I'm not being realistic. The silver price, may continue to kick up. Maybe it'll come back down, but there should be some interest because there's a fair amount of silver items here. And because I run them as a $9 starting bid, you don't have the guaranteed premium that a lot of the big, bullion sellers or coin shops would have. Stuff does go cheap. So, yeah, lots of different type coins in 1909 VDB, Barber quarters, and a Standing Liberty 1930S. So that's all ready to go. And again, I mean, also if you're going to miss something, you can go through and put in pre-bids on everything, and Whatnot will, let you know if you win. Right here, this is our next auction, which is, again, I would say pretty good auction. The following Wednesday, 1954D Mint State 65 PCGS quarter. We've got a 1882S Mint State 63 Morgan silver dollar. We've got a Russian 1776 Independence Year 5 kopecks. We've got a mix of world silver coins. We've got some Nuremberg for France. Nice shiny jeton right there. 1671 from Louis the 14th and Marie, and a earlier Louis the 13th jeton. Let's see. In here we've got a Proof 67 Roosevelt dime, silver dime, Anax. We've got a Norwegian 50 ore. We've got another Phantom. We've got this interesting gilt British metal. We've got a silver 1973S Mint State 67 Ike. We've got a Proof penny and a nice condition Mint State 65 red wheat cent. And then to close things out, we've got what looks like a Guernsey 64 red brown 40 or 4 doubles, and then we've got 3 ancient Roman coins of Constantine the Great, Probus, and Diocletian. So that's great. Let's look at what's inside here next. And we'll try and zip through this as best as we can. I know it's gone long, but again, trying to give a good overview. This is for the following auction, a particularly nice condition with really well struck Roman provincial tetradrachm. We've got a RP, I think, other item. We've got a Sasanian dram, solid Byzantine items, and that one is also Roman provincial in decent shape. Hungarian items, the Tetra Bowl. We've got a nice Aurelian Antonianus, and not immediately sure which ruler that is, but all of that is going to be in the document. Probus, posthumous breakaway, that's a silver denarius right there, and another one maybe from Trajan. We've got Celtic units. We've got Roman provincial tetradrachms of Nero, another denarius. Let's see, Greek litra, Roman procurators, 2 different types of pruta, and I'll do a little bit of adding to the auction as we get closer to the date. Like this one's 3 auctions away at this point, so I may not have fully completed it, though I think I have certainly what will be most of it. We have a Constantius the Great, another Aureli or Antonianus. Here is an incredible, I believe it's Demetrius Soter, but I have the full ID. I purchased this one from Roma, and Seleucid Empire, Antioch, Basileus is king, tetradrachm, so that'll be a really fun one. This one I'm pretty sure is the nude bust of Marcius Apamea type from 2nd to 1st century BC in Phrygia. Some nice Byzantine items. There's a dram. There's a Jewish war pruta. We've got Romulus Remus, Licinius, and maybe 2 Licinius coins. Phallus. There's a Claudius Gothicus, 268 to 270. We've got a Pontus Amisos, Julian the Apostate. We've got another Rhodes dram. Really nice later Byzantine coin right there. Great detail on it. And then we've got some, that looks Valentinian, another, I don't know, wide mix of stuff. That one's a pretty solid looking trachea from the Byzantines. So nice, looks like a nice selection of Byzantine items here. Back to some very nice eye appeal, even if they're smaller planchets. Roman phallus and a, what is that? Is that Gordian? Yeah, it looks like a Gordian. Antonianus. And then our last bunch of these ancient coins is going to be next. I don't know. I just really enjoy, honestly, reflecting on things. I look forward to having these fun auctions and talking to all of the people who show up. Definitely show up even if you're not going to buy anything, and just talk coins. Maybe help me with some of the information on, I forget, like this could be Oroces, or this is like a Vologases, Parthian Dram, nice Diocletian Antonianus. Parthians are before Sasanians. And then just some nice eye appeal Roman 4th century bronzes, 3rd century. There's a few. I just bought them in this lot that included some West German and Austrian silver. So that's why they're in with the ancients. Again, Strasbourg dinar, and then just nice mix, different rulers. Can be some similar types across the board, but it's also good for just getting more items in people's collection and making them available to a wider range of people. So we've got some large cents piece dollars, Morgan silver dollars. We've got errors, broadstruck quarter, standing liberties, French 10 francs, nice counter-stamped 1858 seated dollar, and 2 pretty Franklin half dollars. Let me grab this pile or batch. Let's see what we've got. More, interesting mix of everything from Islamic to El Salvador to a medieval French. That one's actually a pretty nice one. Medieval French coin, medieval Italian Picciolo, Crusader States Denaro, Hull Dramway token, very pretty bishoprics of Diane Valence. That one's 11 the 3rd Takvoran. And then we've got some better looking Morgans, some slightly worse looking Morgans, nice Barber quarter, seated, some Kamems, and a Flying Eagle 1858, and a Canadian silver dollar. So also good on that front. We've got another nice mix of over here. I can tell world, including the next section will be just regular world, and then finish off with some of the Islamic mix. But Newfoundland, 50 cents. That one's a pretty nice coin. Netherlands, Panama, Celtic unit. Or no, those are Russian wire money, excuse me. That one's a medal from Ferdinand in Austria. Wide mix, some more Mexican coins, a ancient Indian coin, big 5 mark, some 3 marks, Spanish items, Tabaristan, and then, a nice mix including Samanid, 2 Samanid coins, a Karmatid, and a Gire Khans, or like Crimean Islamic items. And then I think this next one will be our last handful, and we will be good to go. Let's see. So here we've got a Kingdom of Two Sicilies, 1847. That one's a little bit early. 120 Grano mix. That one's Mentisha. Nice Rassalid. Seljuks of Rum, really pretty coin. More Celtic unit. Cuban. Nice Iranian. Buenos Aires. That one's a medieval German Pfennig. 2 doubles. 1 mark. A Duet. A very nice broken plancha. I want to say like 1724 farthing, but it's a plancha error, not like damage to it, so makes it more interesting. 1774 20 race, I think, from Brazil. And Third Reich German, British Honduras, earlier UK, Polish Lithuanian, and then something. It could be like I want to say it's going to be, this one's a Pfennig from Austria. I think it's Duke Albrecht, but I could be wrong. But that's going to conclude everything here. Longer video, large lot viewing, but 3 auctions. Figure I'll make it a little bit more condensed for all of you. So excited to have it, and I'll look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.